Don't blame other people. Blame yourself. Because fixing yourself is easier than fixing the whole world. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Julie. And I'm really glad you're here. Today I would like to share something personal. Something that changed the way I see myself. And honestly, changed my life. It started with that sentence. And of course, it's not from me. My dad said that to me when I was younger. Just one quiet moment on a completely normal day. And of course, I didn't get it all. I just nodded and walked away. But that sentence never really left me. It just waited, like until I finally ready to hear it. When I was young, I had this habit. Every time something went wrong, I already had an explanation ready. And that explanation always pointed somewhere outside of me. Like a friend hurt me, their fault, or a plan fell apart, maybe bad timing, or something didn't work out, maybe bad luck. And yes, I never really stop and ask myself like, wait, what did I actually do here? It just felt easier not to. Of course, it's safer. Like, if the problem was always out there somewhere, then I didn't have to change anything about myself. So I didn't. And my dad saw that. But he didn't give me a lecture or make a big thing of it. He just looked at me very simple and said, don't blame other people. Blame yourself. Because fixing yourself is easier than fixing the whole world. And that moment came, slowly. I think that's how growing up actually works. And it's never one thing dramatic turning point. It's these small, quiet shifts, moments where something inside you just sees things a little differently than before. Okay, let's say in my case, one of those shifts was learning to ask a different question. Instead of, why is this happening to me? I started asking, what can I do about this? That's it. That's so small. But when you actually start living that way, not just thinking it, but really living it, everything changes. Because the moment you stop waiting for the world to be different, for people to finally understand you, for things to just go on your way for once, you realize you were never actually stuck. You just hadn't decided to move yet. But I like to be honest about something, because here's the part of this story that took me the longest to see. I'm actually someone who blames herself a lot. For most things in life, my first instinct is usually look at myself. Like, what did I do? What could I have done differently? That part came naturally to me. But there was a place where I had a completely blind spot. Relationships. When things didn't work out with someone, I never once turned that question on myself. I just think we weren't right for each other, or maybe the timing was off, or he wasn't the one, and I move on. And then somehow, without really noticing it, I'd end up in the exact same situation again. For the longest time, I genuinely believed that I just kept meeting the same type of guy. Like I had this bad luck with people, with love, that I couldn't explain. But it wasn't like that. There was one relationship that changed everything. Not because it was the hardest, but because it was the one that finally made me stop and really honestly think. In that relationship, I gave a lot. I paid almost everything. I gave my time, my money, my space, my energy. I put all of my effort. But I never really asked for anything back. I thought that was just who I was, like someone who loves to give, someone who doesn't make things complicated. But what I couldn't see at the time was I never actually gave him the chance to show up for me. And when someone never has to try, so they don't. When it ended, I could have gone to that familiar place, asked like why he didn't do more, why he didn't sacrifice, why he didn't fight for us, why he let her come in our relationship, why he didn't try his best. But I didn't go there. Something was different this time, because somewhere in the quiet after ended, I heard my dad's voice again. I turned that question to myself for the love life, not like why he didn't, but why did I keep doing this? And when I sat with that honestly, really honestly, the answer was uncomfortable. The pattern wasn't them, it was me. I was the one repeating the same story over and over and then being surprised when I kept reading the same ending. That was super hard to sit with. But it was also the most freeing thing I'd ever realized, because it meant I wasn't a victim of bad luck or bad people. So I made a promise to myself. I'm going to become someone different. Not for him, not for anyone specific, just for myself and for the future I actually want. Let's say the kind of love I want someday is someone warm, someone honest, loyalty, gentleman, romantic, someone who shows up. That person deserves a woman who knows her own worth, not someone who gives everything away before he's even had the chance to earn it. So every time I look inward instead of pointing outward, every time I ask what can I do better instead of why does this keep happening, every time I choose to know my own worth even when it feels uncomfortable, that's how you change. Not through one big moment, but through all the small ones. You know, my dad probably doesn't even remember saying that to me, but I do. Don't blame other people. Blame yourself, because fixing yourself is easier than fixing the whole world. I'm still growing. I haven't got it all figured out. There's still days I get it wrong, but I'm not who I was. And that more than anything is what matters to me. I think growing up isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you choose in these small, quiet moments, again and again, one step at a time. If something in this felt true to you, I'd really love to hear it. Leave me a comment. Tell me your story, because I think so many of us are carrying the same things inside, just not saying them out loud. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, loves.